virus the whole entire world have to face. According to Worldometer, there has been almost 111 million confirmed cases worldwide, and more than 2,400,000 people have died so far from the outbreak. In addition to causing illness and fatalities, the pandemic has adversely affected our lives in so many ways. For example, cities are locked down, businesses go bankrupt, healthcare systems are overloaded, schools are closed, people lose their jobs and source of income, and so on. However, though it is so tragic, there are some significant upsides to the current crisis as well. Now let us look at the bright sides of the pandemic. Can I have the next slide, please? One of the greatest benefits COVID-19 has offered us is time before the outbreak. We as modern people were living a hectic and bustling life where we had to manage our time for work, meetings, and gatherings, and hardly had any time for our families and loved ones. Now, as all of those are restricted, we have more quality time to spend with our family and reconnect with them. This helps deepening the bonds between us and our family and loved ones. Furthermore, we also have more time on our hands to work out for the sake of our health and well-being, or take up new hobbies like cooking, doing gardening, embroidering, reading, or getting down to doing things that we were always fascinated about but never got the chance or time to even start. Secondly, COVID-19 has given us the opportunity to practice self-care, self-reflection, and self-improvement. Prior to the pandemic, we tended to take our health for granted and not paying enough attention to it. But seeing how much the disease has affected people's well-being and how many lives it has been taking, many of us have developed a health-first mindset in which we see it is extremely important to take good care of ourselves, both physically and mentally. Besides, in the past, many of us would spend a lot of time socializing and pursuing materialistic values, but not enough time learning about the internal values and what lies within us. But as we practice social distancing, we have time and space to reflect on ourselves, on our purpose in life, reassess what is essential for happiness, think about what we genuinely appreciate and treasure in life, and discover the core values of life. We can as well improve ourselves by learning new things or developing new skills. Finally, the environment has been benefited by the global outbreak of COVID. As industries, businesses, transportations close down, air pollution and greenhouse gases emissions are remarkably reduced, leading to a much better air quality in cities around the world. Additionally, during the lockdown, the amount of industrial waste that are dumped into rivers has also shrunk, which helps reduce water pollution. In conclusion, apparently, the global crisis caused by COVID-19 has posed so many challenges to each and every one of us. However, it is undeniable that it also has some bright sides to it and benefits us in certain ways. It is extremely important for us. Oh, can I have the next slide, please? Sorry. However, it is undeniable that it also has some bright sides to it and benefits us in certain ways. It is extremely important for us to do whatever required by the authorities, but for example, restrain going out, wear a mask when outside, wash your hands regularly, and so on, to minimize the risk of getting infected and help contain the virus. And at the same time, stay positive that we will find a way to beat it in the near future. Thank you.
You have 10 to 12 minutes to present. Lower than 12 or 10 minutes, it's fine as well. Okay? All right. And again, let me know when I change the screen to the second and third. And your presentation starts now.
Do you ever think that one day the whole world will struggle because of a certain disease? Yes, it's unbelievable, isn't it? But it's happening to all of us. It is the corona epidemic, also known as COVID-19. The virus causes acute human respiratory infections and can spread from person to person and has only symptoms such as the common flu. But the incubation period is up to 14 days or more. Therefore, it is very dangerous. It spread quickly, and a lot of people got the disease and died from it. This COVID epidemic has caused a major change in many aspects to this serious global problem. After two outbreaks on 10 holidays, the situation of people on holidays and then continuing to quarantine the whole society is longer. That has completely changed people's daily lives as well as the development of the country. For example, the economy is slowing down, especially for the tourism and trade sectors. Students are unable to go to school. Also, citizens cannot work, that making personal income difficulty, and many other problems. One of the big issues that my team wants to share is the challenges of young people during the disease, especially for students who are studying and working in the country and overseas students. Next slide, please.
Hello, teacher. I'm Livy. As you know, COVID-19 has a great impact on many sides. Consists of young people. The person who has the great disadvantage. And there are three main sides of disadvantage on young people with infection that my team want to give information are studying, private life, and finance. Firstly, about studying. As you are all aware, since the day COVID-19 appeared, online learning and meeting app has used in common. We have to learn and meeting through the screen, camera, and microphone. And this may also have advantage. For example, you can save money on moving and save energy, but you have less chance to exchange with your partner, and creative learning environment is limited. Moreover, because of COVID-19, students who study abroad can come home and face with many difficult sides like how to spend money in reasonable way and how to go to work in epidemiological, and all is living with fear. Secondly, concentration is impossible when epidemics are complicated. So suspending large-scale event takes many ways take away many opportunities. For instance, an event that you volunteer have to cancel. It means that you have to lose an opportunity, or a meaningful event being cancelled is synonymous with a loss of learning opportunities. Finally, finance is a global problem. The financial shortage of the economy and the stale bucket will have a hug impact on your personal finance, and it affects your life so much that balancing enough to spend requires your consideration. Besides, after the epidemic is a wave of recessions, business will find it hard to return to normal operations. That means they will not accept inexperienced young workers, and those who have jobs have very easy to be fired, finding a job even more difficult. Change slide, please.
I'm Christine, so I end up the presentation. In a nutshell, COVID-19 is a big challenge through a study of the student, but thanks to it, the people, especially the teenager, more consciously to face learning and living. The disease, delay in school, or the final test remain learning. Of course, we can hang out with family or friends when having holiday to enjoy parties. It lose freedom of our comforted nature. Because in COVID-19, we just stay at home and use the electronic device to interact with people. Most importantly, I mentioned before, the online study and overseas students can come home together with family. COVID-19 is a highly contagious disease. You just contact or raising, you can get sick. For example, this month COVID-19 start to play again, start at Hải province with 590 cases until now, then spread on northern. Just only 2 weeks in Ho Chi Minh City had affected people with 210 cases. Disease happening, many people can come home or countryside for having a holiday with family. Infected people were hospitalization, F1, F2, F3, and people who live near epidemic zones isolated from society. COVID-19 is a hot issue that needs to be resolved thoroughly and quickly, so that each person must be aware of the disease situation, wash our hands, and must wear a mask when outside, especially not to gather around it to avoid spreading the disease. Thanks for listening.